Hi everyone, it's Loretta. Thanks for joining me today. This is a tutorial on how to make these shrink plastic minion girls. First off, I found these images on the internet and printed them off on plain, copy paper. The images don't have to be real clear. You just need to have the ability to see through the plastic. So next thing you're going to need are some Shrinky Dinks, shrink plastic, or some number 6 plastic, a magic marker. In this case it's a Sharpie. If you're going to be stamping images, which you'll also see me do in this video, you're going to need some StazOn ink and a stamp. So first of all, I'm going to lay that shrink plastic on top of the images, and I'm going to just trace right over it. You can be super neat if you want. I really kind of did this quick and dirty. Since these are minion girls, there's a little bit more emphasis on the colors that I used to actually color these pieces. But I am tracing them on the smooth side of the shrink plastic, and in a minute I'm going to flip them over and I will be coloring them on the rough side of the plastic. Now I used both colored pencils and I also used some Copic markers to do my coloring today, and that worked out really well. Now that I have those two minions traced out, I'm going to take my stamp, which I just purchased from Simon Says Stamp in their kit, and I'm going to ink it up with StazOn Jet Black, and once again I'm going to be stamping this onto the slick side of the plastic, and I will be turning it over here in just a second and coloring it on the rough side. I do want you to know that if you're going to be stamping onto shrink plastic, if you were to make a mistake, you can use some hand sanitizer and drop that on and wipe it off with a baby wipe. You can also use some alcohol pads or an alcohol on a cotton ball or something like that. That works really well. And let it dry and then just keep on going, because it is a solvent-based ink. It will come off. So that's just a quick little tip there. Now, when you're coloring these images, since this is a little bit slicker, since this is rough and ready shrink plastic, there is texture to it, and it takes color pencil very well. So on the first one, I'm just using some color pencils to color in my images, and you will notice once these shrink down what a difference in the color. If you're not sure as to the saturation level, whether you color with colored pencils or with Copics, I suggest just make a small little swatch of the different colors onto a square piece of shrink plastic and use that as your guide for future reference. I chose, when I was cutting these out, to not notch the tops to where they would have a hole for hanging, to use as zipper pulls. I have another kind of idea for these guys in my mind, and so that's why I did not do that. You are also going to notice that these little elephants, I did use, when I cut them out, I did notch the top of it, but I decided not to put a hole in it after all. However, if you've accidentally shrinked something without the hole and you want one, you can heat it back up with a heat gun and then just poke a hole in it with an awl or something like that. It's pretty easy to do. Now that I have the minions colored in, I'm going to start on the little elephants. I do use my Copic markers on the elephants in toner grays. I used toner 5, toner 3, and toner 9. I also went back later on and used some toner 10. I also use an R30 to give them a little color on their cheeks, and also to give them some color on the inside of the ears. I am using my detailed scissors. These are actually a set of Singer scissors that actually one of the dogs got a hold of one day. They didn't get hurt, but they did chew one of the handles pretty well, but it doesn't affect my scissors at all, and the puppy's safe. So anyway, I am fussy cutting these out. You move the material and not your scissors when you're fussy cutting. You can leave a little bit of a border if you so choose, but that part's up to you. If you're going to leave a area to hole punch it, now is the time to take care of that. So you're going to finish this up. You're going to see me get them ready for the oven. I decided to put them in a toaster oven instead of shrinking them with a heat tool. And this is just a disposable tray, so they're going to shrink down, and in just a second you're going to see the finished product. I hope you'll give these a try. If you do, let me know. Thanks for joining me today. A still picture is going to show up here in just a minute so you can see what they look like. Here it is. And for reference, you can see the big elephant in comparison to its little shrinky-dink friends. Bye for now.